Hello everyone, today for the Advent calendar I've decided to do a Christmas arrangement in a glass vase, and the vase I've chosen is the My Welcome arrangement I do in the porch, so I'm doing it in situ today. With any vase, whether it's glass or crystal, wash in white vinegar and you get a very nice clean effect. And the other thing I do is to create this grid of sellotape to help you arrange the flowers, and obviously it's a bigger grid on the vase I'm going to be using. I'm very keen to use natural things from the garden or woodlands from round about, so everything I have, apart from obviously the flowers, are from Humbie. So I'm just going to get started. And the first thing we're going to use is local Scots pine, which is a nice grey colour and always gives a very nice gives a very nice finish and also a very nice perfume in the house. I've been fortunate to find some with pine cones on them, and there are lots of pine cones everywhere, and it just makes it a bit more natural and Christmassy when it's got the pine cones on them. I've used three types of foliage: Scots pine, a variegated ivy which has seed heads on it, which lightens up the arrangement with the slightly darker pine cones, and the third type of foliage is eucalyptus from the garden. And I'm then going to continue with my arrangement. Now, I've cut these more or less to size with a pair of sharp scissors, just to make it easier and quicker. On some of the variegated foliage I've actually sprayed some gold spray, and it just gives it a slightly Christmassy feel to it, and I do the same with the cones and other leaves as well. So just a few more bits of the ivy, and then we'll start and add the eucalyptus. And some of this might need cut. When you're arranging in a vase of any sort, it should be, they always say it's no more than 1.5 times the height of the vase, and I'm trying to create a dome shape above the vase. With the eucalyptus and the Scots pine, you should get a nice perfume as you come in the door, the front door. And these are just a few bits. With any arrangement, usually you go away and you come back and you see a big hole. So this is just a starting point really. The flowers I've chosen today are lilies, longiflorum lilies. Now there was only 4 in the packet I got, which weren't very many, and I happen to have a few other white lilies to eke it out a bit. So I haven't cut these to size. So we want to make them nice and tall so that they stand out. Because it's nice and cool out here, they usually last out here for about at least a month. So you get very good value for money out of your lilies. And I always prefer the longiflorum at Christmas time. I don't know why, but I do. Again, I like the perfume, but I know some people are allergic to the perfume of lilies, so I guess you have to be careful where you're putting them and who's you're not going to affect anybody with. I've actually managed to get 5 out that packet, which was a nice surprise. They will open up, and as they open, the arrangement will actually get bigger, so just be careful that you don't make them too high and always stand back and have a little look and just see what it looks like. And I've also got the other basic lily, as I say, just because there weren't quite enough in the packet. I always prefer fewer at Christmas time, just so you're able to enjoy the flowers and the foliage. And they'll all open up at different times, so you get lots more. You also want your arrangement to be all round, so as you're coming out the door, you should be able to see lilies opening up. And to have a 3D effect, you want to be able to see them through the back as well. So this was going to be my one I'm going to see when I come through the door. So you don't want to be leaving big spaces, so you're creating a nice all-round effect. Now I've got silver birch from the obviously from the wood. I normally sometimes would use larch here, but unfortunately the larch is still holding on to the needles at the moment. So actually the silver birch looks very nice, and again I've given it a bit of a whiff with the gold leaf, just to make it a little more Christmassy. And the branches have just make it, to my mind, the branches finish it off. And again, you can make them a little higher, and it doesn't really matter if they're not in the water. When you're putting any stems into your vase, try and cut everything off all the way down the stem, and then that means that you're not going to, the water won't get soured. As I said to you at the beginning, washing your vases with vinegar and water is a very good key to keeping your water clean as well. And I've also got a few painted branches just to tie your white flowers in with your white lilies. And these obviously are able to be broken. And as I say, it just picks up the colours out of your white lilies and makes it a little more Christmassy. Now sometimes, these are all my flowers. I've got one more white to add. Because it's Christmas and this can be quite dark at night, I sometimes drape some lights around here just to finish it off and to make it look a little lighter. And the other thing you can do is to add some little candles, which obviously are battery operated because of the cones and the candles. So hopefully you'd like to have a go at making a Christmas arrangement, and can I just wish everyone a Merry Christmas.